Trying to push more range out of your car? Let's talk about it. Hello, welcome back to the channel. So I want to talk about getting the maximum range out of your electric car and sort of the hard point of actually achieving it, really, because to sum it up, I've managed to get 196 miles out of my electric car, and by doing that I've had to drive basically like a saint, and I've had to sort of cruise along on the dual carriageway behind the lorries at sort of 56 to 58 miles an hour with cruise control on. I've had to coast down the hills, get as much regen as I possibly can back into the actual engine itself, and then use what I class as slight acceleration on the pedal. Now, this is based over a 90-mile route, 45 miles each way, 12 mile of it being dual carriageway, and everything else just being the country. And that's how I've managed to achieve the 196. Now, it's worth bearing in mind, if you want to eke out, they're the things you've got to think about. One, you've got to think about your wind drag. So anything over 60 is going to eat away at those miles. So you need to sort of stay in that 60 mile an hour. Not annoying anyone behind a truck or the truck speed, because you're on a dual carriageway, they've got room to overtake. On the country roads, like I said, going down the hills, what I'm doing is I'm obviously coasting down the hills, and obviously what I say by coasting, it's regenning back into the battery, so you're getting your energy back. So that's eking out my miles by giving some back. Going back up the hills, I'm not accelerating, and a lot of electric cars have obviously zones to do with delivery of power. I'm in the green zone, and I try to be as low on that down as possible. Now, I can hear people already turn around and saying, well, why would you drive like that? I look at buying my electric car as a cost saver. So it's literally saving me a lot of money at the moment. I am lucky enough to be able to charge at work on a granny charger, and that doesn't give me a full charge, but it obviously helps towards the bill of the car. So the more miles I get out of the car, the more money I'm saving, the more valuable this car is becoming. So to give you an idea of what I'm getting out, now they say, let's just go back to, they say the Renault Zoe will do 180 miles, and as we all know, in reality, cars don't do what they tell us they do. But Renault have got it pretty good, and it will do 180. What I'm averaging, if I drive normally, is 170 miles. So I'm gaining a lot if I drive really economically, and I tend to do that on quite long shifts, unless there's a reason why I've got to be back, and obviously I'll increase the speed. But to eke it out, that's kind of what you've got to do. You've got to sit there at that sort of 56 to 58 behind the lorries in the wind drag side of things. Not right up to it, obviously, but so you're not getting loads of wind drag. That will give you better miles. You've got to coast down the hills, get as much regen as you can, be quite sort of soft on the foot, on the accelerator, and you can achieve these miles. And the biggest thing about it is, if the car's plugged in, use the precondition, get the actual the cab side of things, your car inside, to the right temperature while it's plugged in, because obviously that takes electric to do as well. If you're not doing that, my advice would be crack open the windows, give it a couple of miles down the road, obviously having the windows open. When you're getting up to speed, put the windows up, put your aircon back on, because of the wind drag again, you'll achieve better miles. So yeah, that's how I managed to do it. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, and I look forward to catching you next time. Take care, bye bye.